Well, welcome everybody to The Option. I'm your host, James. With me, I got my buddy Chris. This is our first show on U Stadium. We're excited to be here with U Stadium, and we're going to be bringing you guys a mock draft today. So we got 12 guys lined up to do it live with us. So they're going to be on their apps drafting with us, and we're going to see who does better. Chris, why don't you say hi?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Mock. We're going to get right into it, so we're not going to keep you waiting. I believe the Fantasy Couch has the first pick of the draft. So, Couch, if you want to lead us off with probably is going to be Christian McCaffrey here. Let's get rolling.
Yeah, we got everybody in, so this should be good.
Yeah, full room. I like it. Love all those green dots.
Did you foreshadow Christian McCaffrey because you want him to take Christian, or is that just...
I mean, I think it's common knowledge that he goes 101, but you never know, man. Some guys might go the other way, hearing camp news, this and that, but let's see what he's got.
You know what? He came back. Is he gonna make his pick? Am I gonna have to pause it? Hold on.
Let's go. We got a full room. The fantasy analyst in here. We got a bunch of U Stadium guys in here. Let's see what the U Stadium guys got on our first show.
This is exciting. You got
McCaffrey.
Ooh.
Yeah. I guess the first one, right?
Yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook and McCaffrey should have went 1-2. Derrick Henry. It's going to be running back heavy. I can see that going. So,
see what Splash has got.
Oh, we got Alvin. So,
where are you going, James? I'm guessing running back.
I am going to go running back, and me being a Cowboy fan, as you can see behind me here, I'm going to take Zeke.
Ooh.
I like Zeke as the number 5 RB this year. I think he's going to have a good year and come back, so I'm going to go with that one. But yeah, where are you going, Chris?
I'm going to go running back as well. A guy that I think is going to carry a heavy workload. He does have Kareem Hunt behind him that might bite into some of his passing game, but I'm going to go with Nick Chubb. The format, it's a half PPR, so he will see some touches in the passing game, but I like him. I like him this year. They paid the man. Now let's watch him play.
Yeah, for those just joining us, we're doing it's a 12-player half-point PPR. We got 1 quarterback, you got 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a defense, no kicker in this one.
Kicker.
There is a flex and then 5 bench spots.
Ooh, Naji with the 1.7. I like it. I like it. He's been looking good. The last preseason game, he's been looking good. I don't know about the old line, but he's looking good.
Is that a little high for Naji, though? Would you have taken Naji that high?
I would take him in the second, but hey, man, there's a bunch of sharks in this pool. I don't know if he would have made it back to the 2.6 there. So get your guy at the end of the day, right? Get your guy.
The number 1 wide receiver went tight end Travis Kelce, depending how you want to look at that. And what about Barkley? Are you high on Barkley this year? I mean, I've been hearing a lot of rumors that he's not going to start his full workload till week 3-4. That could be a little interesting.
Who knows? Who knows with Barkley? I got him a little higher ranked than you do, but I think he'll start week 1. I don't think the coach speak that he'll be held back till week 3. I mean, once they see how not good Daniel Jones is, they're going to see how better their offense is with Saquon Barkley in the running game. So I think there'll be a steady dose of Saquon often and early.
I don't know, man. I got him a little lower this year. I got him under the top 10 because I think that's going to be a problem at the beginning. Plus, I don't like the Giants very well, so that's on my end.
You're a little biased,
just a little bit, So, although I'm liking the Barkley Gibson. If Barkley does play, that's a really nice stack there. Barkley Gibson, Taylor Eckler's a nice stack. I mean, there's some good starts to this right now. We got Naji Montgomery. All right, Chris, where are you going?
This is a tough one because the value of running backs between the value of wide receivers left and board. I mean, Stephon Diggs is there, Hopkins, Metcalf. If I'm going to go running back, man, the only problem with this guy is that his quarterback is the RB1 on his team. So I'm going to take it. I love taking my RBs often and early. So I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins in here. Make sure if the viewers here, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. If you love our content, We are now accepting donations through Super Chats, Super Stickers, and Venmo.
You just stole the guy I wanted there, Dobbins. Thank you. That's not what I was looking for. I guess I'm going to have to go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. With the injury, I think he'll be fine. So I'm going to take that to do my stack of RBs here. But that's not what I wanted. Dobbins. That was a good one. Ooh, Calvin Ridley. That makes him the third wide receiver off the board. Okay.
I like it. He should see great volume in that Atlanta offense. That's going to be Nick Caramana. Yeah, the Taylor and Eckler stack is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Although a lot of people are dropping Taylor in their rankings just based on the Nelson and Wentz news and all that other stuff going on in Indianapolis with Hines and Marlon Mack coming back. But Marlon Mack is coming off an Achilles. So we've seen the charts where running backs that come off the Achilles don't tend to fare too well. So we'll see how much snaps he gets.
Wide receivers are dropping. Kamara, Ridley is going to be solid.
Yeah, especially in the PPR. Definitely. Let's see what the couch does. Let's see who he stacks up with Christian McCaffrey. He's got back-to-back picks here. My guess is running back, wide receiver. But
so you're just saying he's not going to go kicker here.
Get the best kicker, right? Diggs, yeah.
Does he go wide receiver? Or does he go wide receiver, running back? Where are we going here? I'm seeing all that green there is kind of telling me a little differently.
8, 9, 10, 11. 17 running backs taken already. 2 rounds.
No major injury for Darrell Henderson, who hurt his thumb in practice today. So that's good.
That's good news.
That's good.
But I would still put in a claim for Xavier Jones, just in case. Oh, Diggs and Metcalf, great stack there. McCaffrey, Diggs, Metcalf, right on. So we're headed into the third. Metcalf, and then Sanders went. Let's see who Frankie teams up with. Henry, Hopkins.
He's got H's, so we need another H here.
Harris.
All right. Mike Costello, thank you. Taking the super chat. Ginny D, keep up the good work, boys. Thank you very much. Oh, Mahomes. We have a prediction for Mahomes.
The first QB taken off the board.
A little early to go quarterback right now. I don't know about that one, but let's see where he's going. He's only got 10 seconds, so you better make a pick quick. There you go.
Ooh, AJ. Like it.
Oh, Splash, where are you going? Looks like he's we can actually see where he's thinking because his board comes up. Oh, Scary Terry. Wow. I like that too.
Where are you going, James? You going with the triple stack running back, your usual?
I like.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. Wide receiver at the turn you got 2 really good ones there, man. With 3 wide receivers, with the flex.
I'm going to take Justin Jefferson at this point. I think he's a little more value than the running backs that are there right now. I'd rather get a wide receiver here. So
I like it. I've been liking my drafts with taking a tight end early, one of the top tier guys. So I think I'm going to go with George Kittle here and secure a top tier target in the San Francisco passing game. George Kittle is going to see some great value. Taken as the third tight end, I'll accept that.
Yeah. What's up, Frank? Welcome. There's breaking news that just happened. Adam Troutman just left the field on a cart, by the way. Tight end for the New Orleans Saints. So
that's my tight end.
We'll watch for that to see what happens. But that's
so much hope for him.
Yeah, see, it just came up on screen.
Did you see the Callaway catch?
No,
touchdown?
I didn't.
Oh, it was nice, dude.
Yeah,
it was a nice catch.
Find it.
It was the first drive.
Ooh. What do we got here? So we got Robinson that went, Evans, Chris Carson. What do you think of Chris Carson this year, Chris? You got you think they're going to run heavy in Seattle, or do you think it's going to be a little bit more of are they going to lead to the pass and let Russ cook?
I think they'll let Russ cook for the first half of the season, and then once they figure out that they're going to need the run game to further their position in the standings, they're going to utilize Chris Carson. He's the RB1 in Seattle. Where you're drafting him, I think the value's there. The value's there. I mean, he just went as the 19th running back, so I like the value you're going to get him at that position. The volume should be there for him.
Ooh, our first QB just went, and Kyle Pitts. Ooh. So
Taylor Eckler, Mahomes, Pitts.
Patrick Mahomes at 3. I know it's the end of 3, could be considered early 4 here at this point, but what do you think of that? Is that too early for our drafters, or are you good with taking Mahomes at this point?
I think that's pretty much right around where he's going in that third round, at the back of the third round. He's got the best guy. He's got the best one. Why not jump up and take the best one before everyone else does, right? Start the trends, don't follow the trends.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I know. I could see it. I'm curious when that QB run's going to go, because we know there's going to be a QB run at some point. TD Callaway.
Another one. Marquez. It's going to be the top waiver ad this tomorrow. Is there any wide receiver that you like in that New Orleans Saints offense that you would be comfortable drafting with Michael Thomas out?
Yeah, Alvin Kamara. No?
Jeez.
They may use Hill as a pass catcher as well. He probably has more experience than the other guys too. So
see, Nick was going to take Mahomes there in the 4th if Phil didn't take him there in the 3rd. So
there you go.
That's right around where he's going. All right.
It's your Saints team, so why don't you tell us who the best receiver there is, because you watch him more than anybody else does.
I think it's going to be a week-to-week thing with the Saints. One week it's going to be Callaway. One week it's going to be Traquan Smith. Then you got to draft Kamara. He's going to be the wide receiver 1, the RB1. He's going to be the safety blanket for whoever's throwing the ball on that team. So if I had to pick one, I think I'm leaning Marquez Callaway to start the year.
I don't know if you guys noticed, my strategy there was to get him to talk a bit so that he would miss his pick. So I don't know.
I knew what you were doing. I'm going to take Cooper Kupp as my first wide receiver off the board.
All right. Let's see. Where am I going to go here? I'm going to take a chance.
Should trade for, they should. It would open up Elijah Moore. I like that.
I'm going to go Darrell Henderson. I like my running back stack, so I'm going to continue that. Jamison Crowder trade would be nice for them. That would be. Have they decided yet? Is it Winston or is it Hill? Is it any closer?
No, they haven't decided. Winston actually started the game today, so they gave him the start. Okay. I think he throws a much better ball than Taysom Hill, and I think he'll be better down the stretch. But I don't know, man. Damn, these tight ends are flying. Yeah, top tier guys are gone.
Not even Kyler Murray premium. It's just a regular tight end.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's gone. Second QB off the board. I like that one. The Splash is building quite a good team over there.
Oh, Winston. All right.
Thielen, Brown, Hopkins. Oh, that's a nice triple stack of wide receivers. Nick, I love how no one here loves Josh Jacobs.
I thought about it, but I went Henderson instead.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's a good pick. You think he repeats as our QB1?
I mean, the wide receivers are getting better. It's looking nicer for him there, and they got Emmanuel Sanders in too. He's got all the tools for it to happen again. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes obviously is going to have something to say about that. So
yeah, exactly.
And I mean, the ageless Brady obviously has something to say about everything. So
I don't think Brady will finish his QB1, but I mean, he doesn't run the ball.
Where am I going here? I'm going to go.
What are you taking, James? You taking Dak?
No, I'm taking Lamar.
I see it, Josh. Yeah, I see. I have him as my QB6. I believe I have him ranked as, just based on his historic climb through passing accuracy from when he was in college. I mean, he threw almost 70% last season. So, but still, no doubt, he's still a stud quarterback.
I like the weapons that they're going to have, and I want to see what he can do. I mean, if he can up those throws, if he can get some more yardage on top of what he does with his legs, I mean, that could be dangerous.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what Nick said. I'm going to do it, Nick. I'm going to do it right now just for you, man. So you don't got to do it.
There you go. Is that how this works? I can't wait to your next pick. I'm going to tell you to pick someone too. This is what we're doing.
I like it. It's not a bad start.
Javonte Williams.
Oh, Javonte Williams in the 5th.
That would be the second running back. So he went ahead of Etienne. So who do you have, Etienne or Williams ahead of who? Yours?
To start, I'm going to go with Javonte. You're welcome, Nick. To start, I'm going to go with Javonte Williams. I don't know what to expect out of that Urban Meyer offense. It's tight, man. They could be rolling a 3 RB system. The only thing standing in the way of Javonte Williams is Mel Gordon. We've all seen the broken tackles that he carried from college into the pro game. So that's in the preseason games. That's what I was looking for out of Javonte, and we did see it. So I think halfway through this season, they're both going to get a bump up. But if I had to pick one over the other, I'm going Javonte. But I was Javonte guy for a long time. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm worried about that 3-headed monster that Urban Meyer seems to be wanting to roll out. So I don't know what he's going to do with it. I mean, it hurts, I think, all of their draft stock. So, and which you can see here why Etienne went a little lower than a lot would have thought, considering he was a first-round pick too. So we shall see. Gaskin, and then you got Edmonds. So that Arizona backfield, Chase Edmonds, James Conner, what are you thinking of? What are they 1A, 1B, or do you think Edmonds is going to be the guy?
I'm taking Edmonds there. I think he might lose some goal line carries to Conner, but I'm comfortable taking Edmonds, especially in a half-point PPR league. Oh, where do I go here?
Going to end so poorly for him in Jacksonville. I mean, it ends poorly for a lot of people in Jacksonville if you really think about it. So
you're not wrong,
Chris. I think you should start a trend. Go defense.
Take the first defense. I like it.
I mean, why not? Thoughts on Kareem Hunt? Will he be 50-50 workload? Well, that's a good question. I still think Chubb's going to be the lead guy there, but I mean, they run the 2 running back sets, so you really don't know who's going to get what. And I mean, they had some issues with weather last year, so you really didn't get to see Baker throw as much as I think they wanted him to. And so I think both are going to be really good. I mean, they both finished in the top 10 last year, I believe it was. So I think they could do that again. So
yep.
You went T. Higgins, eh? So you got now Jamar Chase went before T. Higgins. Do you agree with that?
I could see it happening. He does have the case of the dropsies right now, so there is a bit of issue there. I think just with confidence, he might be in his own head, and that's gonna have an effect on his play. If he can sort that out, I don't have a problem with that per se. But if I'm picking a wide receiver from the Cincinnati offense, it's Tyler Boyd.
I saw a report today that said that Jamar Chase is fighting with Auden Tate right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that came out today. Auden Tate's been making some noise in preseason, and that could be interesting for Chase there. Right now, I'm seeing T. Higgins through the moon. His stock's just rising between them. So it'll be interesting because everyone had Chase so high.
Yeah. Is there one player that you try to leave every draft with? Whether it's a mock or a regular draft, is there that one guy that you have no problem reaching for because you know he's going to have a good year?
I would love to leave every draft with Christian McCaffrey, but
yeah, of course, that's everybody. But in these rounds here where you're getting into the, building out your roster,
I would have taken Josh Jacobs in the second round. I've been reading a lot of magazines. Is there a guy I like? It's tough. There's a few guys that I like. I will probably be getting to them a little bit later on. I mean, these are more you're kind of going through it, and these are the guys that everyone, you're drafting. There's no one really that I've seen so far yet that I probably wouldn't draft. I mean, Jamar Chase could be the first one here that I'm seeing just because of where he is, but a guy that I'm taking in a lot of drafts that I see for some reason is a tight end that we'll talk about a little bit later, I'm sure. Is Tyler Higbee seems to be the guy that I keep getting everywhere for some reason. I think I got him in 4 or 5 different drafts that we've done. High hopes on him, but again, those are later picks that I've got certain players keyed in on. What about you?
Yeah, for me, I have had to reach for Elijah Moore a lot higher than what I would like to get him at. But yep. I mean, the hype train alone for that guy is rolling. So I would have loved to see him in some preseason games. Unfortunately, I don't think we will. But he's going to be that guy that's going to come on in the second half of the season. If they trade Crowder, like Nick suggests they should to the Saints, then yeah, man, I could see Elijah Moore doing some damage. Oh, you bugger.
Oh, did I say the guy you wanted?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm. A lot of people are I guess, sleeping on Boyd. When Joe Burrow was there with him, he was a top 10 wide receiver, and Joe Burrow likes to throw to him, and I think that'll continue. And I'll let everyone else take Chase and Higgins and go from there. And taking Boyd a little bit later is not a problem for me.
Yeah, you're not wrong with that. When Burrow was playing, he was producing. He was on pace to be a top 15 wide receiver. I think wide receiver 12, right behind A.J. Brown. He was averaging 12.8 fantasy points per game. So, thanks, Couch. I waited for him to drop. I was going to wait one more round, but I didn't think he'd make it back to me. But again, on Boyd, it's a great pick. Joe Burrow, his ADOT is a bit lower. He's in the lower parts of the rankings in receiver in that section. But the Bengals, I mean, the wide receivers, 391 targets last year, and that was without Joe Burrow. So
do you see that? Team 6 not looking so bad now. Apparently, all you needed was one player.
All I needed was Herbie, eh? All I needed was Herbie. I like it. There's some good teams, man. I mean, if this was a real league, there'd be some solid contenders. That's for sure.
I like that Zach Moss pick there. I mean, I got Zach Moss. He's going a lot later in some of the drafts I'm taking him here, and I think he's going to be a real good late round RB. Definitely a 0 RB candidate for a lot of guys.
Yeah, he led the Buffalo Bills in red zone rushes last year, red zone targets. So I think he had somewhere around 30. If he can push those into touchdowns, and if Buffalo decides to take a bit of a workload off Josh Allen rushing the ball, Zach Moss could definitely be a value target for you in the mid to late rounds of your draft.
There goes Brady.
Tom.
I got Tom still finishing the top 10, even at 40. What is he now? Maybe 44 this year? Is that what he's at?
He's up there, man. He's up there.
I think he's gonna be 44. It looks like he's 28, and
he's up there, man.
That team's gonna be electrifying. I mean, not week 1. They're gonna lose week 1 just because they're facing the Cowboys. But after that, I mean, he's going to go off.
I like this guy. I think Corey Davis out of the Jets is going to have a good year. He's shown that he already has the connection with Zach Wilson, who played great in his last preseason game. He's going to be a target monster. He's going to get those passes to him. Out of all the wide receivers in New York, to me, Corey Davis is the guy to own. He's coming off one of his best seasons last year. They paid the man. He's going to have the opportunity to be the wide receiver 1 in that offense. So I'm okay with reaching a little bit for Corey Davis.
I'm going to take Mel Gordon. Everything out of camp still suggests he's the number 1 running back right now. I mean, Javonte probably will eventually take over, depending, or it'll be a 1A, 1B. But to get him in round 8 right now as the lead running back for Denver, I'm okay with that.
The groin issue doesn't scare you at one little bit?
He's always hurt. What's the difference?
But again, to the people watching, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, head over to where you download your apps, pick up the U Stadium app, You'll get exclusive access to everything that U Stadium has to offer. You can ask us your questions in the Fantasy Football Stadium. Get in there with us, win your leagues with us, and if you love our content, we are now accepting donations through Super Chats, Super Stickers, and Venmo. So let's get active. The season is about 2 weeks away. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. The college season, we're at week 0. It starts this week. I'm hyped for that as well. So football is afoot.
That's right. And U Stadium has a beautiful draft kit for anyone who's looking for some other information. Definitely check them out. They just looks so nice on there, and they got such great information on it. I think it was almost 90 pages, wasn't it? Something like that. It was
it's up there. They got rankings, top 200 quarterback rankings, draft strategies, breakout players, sleepers, all kinds of stuff to help you win your draft. And the best part about the Fantasy Kit, James, is that it's free, man. All you got to do is download the app, head over there. It's there. You grab the link. It's a Google Doc. You pick it up, and you're good to go. Yep. It'll set you up.
Now, I'm going to ask my guys to read it, the ones that I'm drafting with after we draft, not before.
Yeah. Like it. Always a competitive edge, eh?
I think it's the hardest, giving away the secrets that we do week in and week out, and then having to go draft with these people. Oh, thanks, Noah.
Thanks, Noah. Yeah, that's true. It's harder to trade. I find that it's really hard to trade since we've been doing this. Guys just want to take advantage of me or think I'm taking advantage of them somehow, but that's the nature of the beast,
and worst team so far. Well, clearly I have the best team. And
you would say that.
According to the couch, I mean, Chris has got a little better with Herbert, but I would guess that would be there, wouldn't it?
I like Filibuster's team on the end at the 12th spot. He's drafted it pretty well. He's up there for worst team. Oh, it's a tough one. There's a lot of good ones, but if I had to go worst team,
I'm not sure we're gonna say there's a lot of worst teams on there, or bad teams. That would have been
no. There's so many good ones. I mean, it's hard to pick which one's the worst team. I mean,
we still got to see a little bit. For the most part, everyone's competitive. I like it. There's been no crazy pick that I can pick on yet, or at least say that that's a little too far out there. So
yeah, it would be nice to see how these teams would fare in a league, to see who would come out on top, maybe in like a best ball league or something like that. But maybe that's something we could put together, just make a bunch of teams and see how they end up.
Chris, your boy Edmonds just went. What do you think of Gus the Bus? Why don't you tell them your take on that while I look for a player here?
If you're going zero running back, or you're going zero running back light, and you want to go heavy on wide receivers and quarterbacks like Frankie did at the beginning, Gus Edwards for the past, I think, 3 or 4 seasons has put up 700 yards. He's a steady producer. The only issue is he's the RB3 in that offense if you consider Lamar Jackson a running back. I like it. He will get a lot of red zone touches. He'll get a lot of goal line touches. I don't hate the pick. I'm confident drafting Gus Edwards this year, especially in that position where he took him. So give me all Gus. What about you? What do you think of Gus this year?
Being a J.K. Dobbins owner, he scares me a little bit, because between Lamar Jackson stealing some carries and between Gus possibly stealing some stuff from him, it hurts to see. But I mean, yeah, he's going to be good. They gave him a good contract too. I think it was a 3 or 4 year contract they signed to keep him. So they have faith in him. They like him. And I think it's going to be almost like I think J.K. Dobbins will be the guy, and he'll probably get a 60% take on it. But we'll have to go from there. So I think he could get about 1,000 yards by end of season, as long with that offensive line that's there, and why not? But the problem is the touchdowns. Lamar Jackson likes to vulture those and run in.
Yeah,
I have Lamar in a few leagues too, and I see it. I enjoy that too. But yeah, so Gus will get you some points. It'll be a good flex option for a lot of people. Mike Williams, he's another topic that a lot of people have been on. I've been hearing some great things out of the camp for Mike Williams. Coach has been saying that he's going to be an X factor this year. Do you think this is the year Mike Williams finally puts it together, Chris?
Put another quarter in the Mike Williams merry-go-round, man. It's year in and year out. I am not drafting Mike Williams. I mean, you know how I feel about that Chargers offense. Give me Keenan Allen, give me Austin Eckler, give me Herbert. And as a late sleeper, give me Josh Palmer. But I'm not comfortable being on that ride anymore. I don't know about you, but I'm not about Mike Williams.
I've never been on that ride, so
it's not a fun one, man.
I've stayed away from it as much as possible. So Keenan Allen has been the guy I've always taken on that team. So
yeah.
Another good question. Leonard Fournette just went. Do you have Leonard over Rojo or Rojo over Leonard?
Again, man, it's another one of those situations especially with Gio there and the news coming out that Gio's going to have an expanded role in that offense. I mean, it's going to be one of those situations that you got to monitor throughout the season. You take one, you take the other, and you hope for the best, really. Who are you taking? You like one over the other?
I mean, before this Gio news, I would have had, Rojo ahead. Now that this Gio news has come out, they're like just like Jacksonville. You don't know what's going to be what in that offense and who's going to be the guy. And, we know Brady always liked James White, and James White got a ton of points. That's what I could see as Bernard being. And that scares me a little bit there too. So these aren't the backfields you really want to own. So if you can stay away from these guys in your drafts, these are the ones you get a little bit later and just hope you pick the right one. But definitely don't be the guy to say that's my starting running back for my RB1.
Yeah, you don't want to get lost in that. Oh, who do I pick here? Lots of decent wide receivers left. You know what?
The deepest.
I'm gonna do it. I mean, probably just based on this game that's going on right now. It is 105 yards and 2 TDs. But it's a little recency bias, but I'm going to pick Marquez. I have at least one piece of the Saints offense.
That's just so you can have a guy from the Saints.
That's right? It, man. Just give me that one piece. Phil's been steady sniping Nick all night.
I'm going to take my tight end now because I wanted him here before anyone else does.
Tyler.
I've had him in a lot of leagues. I got him in a bit. I think he's going to have a breakout season this year with Stafford. I'm looking forward to it. I think a lot of the Lions are going to have a lot of the Rams are going to have a good year with Stafford being there. So
now, what do you think about the guy who left that offense to go to Seattle in Gerald Everett? You think he's going to be that tight end one in that system?
Seattle's interesting with tight ends. Have they really had they had Jimmy Graham, and I don't even think he was a good tight end one for them in Seattle. Because of the way that they run that team, I don't know if I could trust the Seattle tight end as a tight end one that I'd be okay with to just say go and he'll get me week to week points. So
Trey. I like the Jazicki pick, man. He's been steady in camp. He's been one or two of his favorite targets. Should finish in the top 10 of tight ends.
Trey Lance, team 2 has no quarterback there, and he went Trey Lance. Do you think Trey Lance starts?
Maybe he's got a little inside information. I mean, there was
thanks, Pat Bros.
There was a little thing that came out. I don't know if it's real or not, but there was a little video that came out that showed Kyle Shanahan's desk, and it said Trey Lance will start week 1. So
that's not what I don't know,
man.
We're seeing is everything else is saying no. It's going to be.
I like it though. I like it. I mean, he started off a little rusty last night, but then once he got into the feeling of the game, he really came on. Now, whether or not that's the defense got worse or he got better, time will tell with that one.
Oh, he went Kirk Cousins to back it up just in case there's.
I don't hate it.
You know what? The upside I'm seeing, Trey Lance could be an X factor. For some of the stuff I'm seeing him do on the field right now, I mean, if they get him into games, it could be scary to see what he could do.
That's a good pick. Now, who would you rather have out of the rookie QBs? Lance, Lawrence, Fields, or Wilson?
The only one that I think I know starting right now is Lawrence. So I guess
Wilson's starting, right?
Oh, Wilson too. Wilson actually has been looking good in Jets camp. I've been seeing a lot of good things out of there too. I think the weapons in Jacksonville are a little better than the weapons on the Jets.
Oh, first defense, the Bucks.
I think
I cannot stop drafting Zach Wilson. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, the value that I'm getting him at. I cannot stop drafting Zach Wilson, man. And he's going to ball out in that offense.
I'm going to take
Where are you going,
Pollard.
James?
I'm going to take
TP.
You know what? I got Zeke. I want Pollard just in case anything happens. Definitely doesn't hurt to get your handcuffs for some of your RBs. You never know when one of those guys can go down. We have an extra week this season coming in. So, and you also never know how the splits are going to be. But if anything does happen, at least I know I got the backup. And Tony Pollard can hold his own when he was on the field too. So. Producer splash to Nick. Early season Hollywood will be productive option without MT on my squad.
He got Marquise pretty late, man.
Yeah.
In the 10th round. So he got him before or after guys like Kurt Samuel and Mike Williams. So Mike Gallup.
It's not about who's starting. It's about which one winning you a fantasy championship. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I've seen backups win a championship for people in many leagues. Jamal Williams just went, Chris. What do you think of the Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift situation?
I like Swift, man. I like Swift coming into the year. I know Jamal Williams will probably eat into some of his carries, and health might be an issue for DeAndre Swift, but his pass catching abilities put his ceiling at a level that where you're going to draft him, his ADP is in the 3rd round. They picked him here in the 2nd. He's averaged 1.69 yards per route run, which is 6 a month RBs. Anthony Lynn's offense, now that he's the offensive coordinator in Detroit, they tend to utilize their running backs more than most teams. There was a stretch where Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon were both fantasy relevant running backs in 2019. And that could be kind of the same thing that they do here in Detroit. Eckler finished as RB4 and Melvin Gordon finished as RB15 in fantasy points per game. Across 78 games as the coordinator, Lynn's tailbacks have received about 22 carries and 8 targets per game. It's an improved O-line. They're going to be a heavy running team. The only issues that I have, again, are his health and maybe a negative game script with the fact that the Lions aren't that great defensively. But we'll see what happens. I'm high on DeAndre Swift coming into the season. He's a guy that I don't mind reaching for just based on his pass catching.
Nice. While we were talking there, Couch brought up a really good point. Deshawn Watson didn't start his first season and finished as a pretty good quarterback in the end. So you never know. And with the way Lance is going, for all we know, they do make the switch and it's a swerve the whole way. And Lance is the actual starter. So I'm liking what Justin Fields is doing too in Chicago. And I'm liking the way he's handling himself. He's even telling fans that they should be cheering for Dalton. I mean, it's a team sport there. And even though they want him in, he knows, Dalton's there too. And I like the way he's handling himself. And I think he will eventually be the starter. So where are we? It's on you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking. I got 2 seconds. I'm going to take Aguilar. I didn't know which wide receiver to pick there. Aguilar will be the wide receiver 1 in that New England offense. I just hope they pass the ball a little bit more.
I'm going to take a guy that I've been hearing a lot of good things about. Could be the wide receiver 1 in Las Vegas, and a lot of people giving him very good comparisons. I'm going to take Mr. Edwards, and I'm hearing so many good things about him. He's making ridiculous catches and just looking so much stronger than last season. So if him and Derek Carr can make a connection, I think it'll be good to see. Who do you got there? Do you got Edwards or Ruggs as the wide receiver 1 coming out of this one?
I got Ruggs over Edwards just based on his speed. I need to see what Edwards can do at the next level. He was a good college wide receiver. He doesn't have that top end speed to separate from the defenders. So, I mean, everyone looks good in camp, right?
It's true.
Yeah, Myers has had a great preseason. He's had a great camp. Like you said, it could be a 1A, 1B. It could be one of those situations where 1 week it's Aguilar and 1 week it's Myers. Just like I think that's going to happen with the tight ends in New England. 1 week it's going to be Hunter Henry. 1 week it's going to be Jonnu Smith. So it's not an offense that I'm excited to own anybody from. But if I have to pick a couple guys from that offense, I think it's Aguilar, Myers, Hunter Henry.
I mean, you can only split 8 touchdowns so many ways, right?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think Mac Jones starts this year?
I think Cam's going to play the whole season. I don't think, unless they're like, they go, I don't know, I can't remember their bye week, but unless they lose the first, 5 or 6 games of the season and they're not in contention or at least making it competitive, I think it'll be a bye week 14. So, I mean, that's too far to wait for. But I mean, if by week 14 they're not very good, maybe then they'll put him in. But I don't see it the switch. I think Cam will be there. He's the guy, and he's going to learn from him, and they'll go from there.
Yeah, that's good.
Although I just heard Cam was out again for what's it called? COVID-19. So I'm wondering, I mean, last time he had COVID, came back, he was really bad. So,
exactly.
Actually, I heard today CeeDee Lamb went into COVID protocols too. So I'm a little worried about that. They haven't announced anything else if he was just in the area of somebody or if he actually has it. But I heard that report today too. Well, it's my pick. I should make a pick, shouldn't I? I'm
taking your D.
I thought about it, actually. I did.
I know you like to wait quite a bit.
I do. I usually stream the defense and the kickers based on what's there. Even tight end, I usually don't. I went early for tight end this time. Normally, I don't go this early, but what's there in the tight end? I don't know if I like that either.
Again, everyone watching, subscribe to the channel. Head over to your app store, download the U Stadium app, download the free draft kit. It's an amazing draft kit. U Stadium's done such a great job putting that thing together. It's got printable cheat sheets for you with top rankings for the positions. It's got breakouts, sleepers, everything that you need to win your drafts. So make sure you go get that, and you get exclusive access to us on that app. You can ask us any fantasy-related questions that you got moving forward.
Yep. It's on you, Chris, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go defense. I like the Denver Broncos defense, especially at the start of the season. And Patrick Surtain's been balling out, man. He's been absolutely balling. I could see them scoring a lot of points. I also see the Cleveland Browns scoring a lot of points. Yeah. But if I had to pick 2 to start the season, I think I'm going with the Denver Broncos there.
The Rams I like too. I mean, I think they're going to be scary at defense as well this year. They're another one. Denver's going to have a great defense this year from Noah. Yep. They got some really good corners and in the draft there they should be good. I mean, Pittsburgh went after that. What do you think of Pittsburgh's D?
They got a good D. They should continue to roll. Good DBs. Good defensive line. They did lose Bud to Tennessee, so I think that might hurt a bit. But TJ's a baller. You can't stop the guy. He's going to get his sacks. Other than that, they're going to have a good year. They're going to play in a division that doesn't pass a lot per se. Bad weather. All 4 teams in the division play outside, so there's opportunity for turnovers and low-scoring games. So the negative of points in those situations shouldn't affect them that much. It's just they do have the hardest schedule of the season. They're facing the teams with they have the highest win percentage of teams that they're facing. So I think that might hurt them a little bit in the long run, but I don't hate the pick. I got them ranked as about defense 7, around 7, 8, just based on their strength of schedule.
Nice. So I just noticed there in this round, we had Tevin Coleman go. We had Ty Johnson go. We know Michael Carter went a little earlier. Are you taking any Jets running back this year? Do you like any of the Jets running backs?
I like Michael Carter. I would like to see him do a bit more. There was a lot of hype. I think the hype train of Michael Carter kind of slowed down a bit. To me, it's just whether or not I'm picking a guy in that Jets backfield that's going to produce. It's definitely, if I had to pick one or the other, I think I'm drafting Carter later to hold him for the long run. over Tevin Coleman. I think
Oh,
Tevin
Nick, I don't
Coleman
like you. I was hoping to get Justin Fields late here.
It's a good pick.
Snaked it at the end. I was hoping you would come. I was like, maybe no one else taking quarterback. I could sneak one in here, but that wouldn't hurt.
I gotta take an RB here.
You want me to pick one for you? I can pick one.
No.
I think Marlon Mack.
I think I'm gonna go Gio Bernard here. There's been a lot of talk that his role in that offense is gonna be huge in the passing game. Tom Brady likes to dump it down to the running backs. We've both seen that Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette had issues catching the ball last season, so I think Gio Bernard kind of takes that away from them.
So I'm going to do something here. I'm not going to take a defense. I'm going to take a player that I think if he starts is great for you to have on your team late in drafts, and you should do this. If he doesn't start, it's the end of your draft. You just drop him and pick up whatever you're going to do. So I'm going to take a chance on Deshaun Watson, and I'm going to hold him, and I'm going to see what happens because I think
you're going to hold him. And then you're going to drop him week 1.
There is a chance I might drop him. But, I mean, if he does end up playing, I just got a top 5 quarterback in the 14th round. So I'll take that.
Winding down. Getting close to the end.
Yep.
Like and subscribe to the channel.
We're going to be doing a few more of these. You're going to see us a lot more. We're going to have a lot more episodes coming out. So this won't be the first and last time. So I hope you get to enjoy us.
Madison, nice. Right on.
All right. Wow, that went pretty quick. We did about 45 minutes there. Not bad. Okay, since we got some time here, let's look through these teams and see what do you like. What is there anything that sticks out to you? Any picks that you thought were a little? I mean, I think everyone did a really good job considering, and there was nothing that came to my mind.
Thanks for joining, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good teams. No one really reached high to grab anybody. I think the value of some of the quarterbacks later was pretty good. Tannehill in the 9th. Tannehill in the 9th was good. Dak in the 6th. Lamar on your team there is pretty good. I think you're a little shaky in the wide receiver spot with OBJ and Moore. You're going to be struggling there, considering that it is 3 wide receivers. Frankie's got a great stack of Hopkins, Brown, Thielen, and Lockett. He's got Wilson to tie up for his quarterback. He's a little light on the RBs, but if he hammers the waivers early, he's gonna succeed with that team.
Yeah, no, I you know what? I don't think I could do that. Not having a running back that early, like the way he did it, it's me and my running backs, I need to get them early and have a few of them just to secure myself. But, so, I mean, I don't mind Jefferson. OBJ, Odell Beckham was my number 2. Tyler Boyd, I think, could be sneaky good as the number 3. I mean, yeah, I'm hoping that one of those younger guys turns out to be a breakout later to be the 4th. But I'm not disliking that at all. So, plus, you know me, I like to make my trades a little bit later anyway. So I'm sure whatever team I start with will not be the same team I finish with.
Thank you, Frankie.
Are going to the World Series.
Poor DeGrom. But I mean, the coach started so good. He started off with McCaffrey, Diggs, Metcalf, Andrews, Allen, but he kind of got a little struggle in the running back late. He got some hype train guys and Trey Sermon and Mike Carter. He's got Kenyon Drake there. So, I mean, you only really got to start 2 running backs in this format. But he did pretty good at the beginning, but he got a little light near the end for depth. Will Fuller, once he comes back from his 1-game suspension, should ball out in that offense. Jarvis Landry, target monster. And then you got last year's QB1 and Josh Allen. I mean, if there's a QB that you want, that's going to have the value, especially in a 4-point passing TD format. Josh Allen is a guy, one of those top tier guys, just based on his rushing abilities.
Yeah.
How about you?
I see 3 teams didn't pick a defense in this, so that it's going to be a little hard for me to win the waiver wire on defenses against those guys. But
yeah,
Other than that, I mean, yeah, I just looking at this is probably one of the best drafts I've done where I can't
It's hard to
single out.
pinpoint a team,
Yeah,
right?
like anything bad. I mean, everyone seemed to do really well. It looks like they've all been doing their homework and whatnot. And
They brought
um,
it. That's what I like to see. They all brought it. That's what I like.
I like Nick's stack there of Hill, Lamb, and Godwin. That stands out to me there.
Especially with Aaron Jones and then Gaskin, Edmonds, Samuel.
Gaskin could be sleepy good. I mean, he's doing really well right now in camp too, and whatnot. So that could be good there. And you know, yeah, the one you mentioned. I mean, even more, Deontay Johnson and Sutton. How about that one? Sutton over Judy or Judy over Sutton? Where are you going with that?
I think I'm gonna go Sutton over Judy just based on volume, but I would like to see who's gonna throw the ball in that offense.
I'm hearing Bridgewater might be leading the way right now, so that he's been doing really well as well. So that'll be interesting too. You're right. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I think everyone did really well. This is I would have to literally sit and do a little bit more of to really pinpoint who won, who lost in this one. Normally, I could tell you the top 3 teams, and in this one, I don't know if I can. They're all balanced. Like Phil said, yeah, they're all balanced across the board. Looks really good. So this would be a tough league to win.
My wide receivers. Adams, Robinson, Cooper. Cooks is good for 1,000. That doesn't matter who's throwing the ball. He's the target there.
This will be the real test. If he can get 1,000 yards this year with whatever's over there in Houston, if it's not Watson.
Yeah, Davis Mills or Tyrod Taylor.
Oh. Well, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. We had some fun. I want to thank everybody who joined us for being part of the mock and you know, coming out and being with this. I hope people on the other end got to see what other people were thinking, at least in these mocks, and be able to use that to your advantage. Like Chris said, we are on U Stadium. We're going to be there all season long. You got any questions? You got anything you want to go over? Definitely hit us up on the app. We'll answer. Usually we're pretty quick on that and getting back to you guys. And we're going to be producing a lot of different episodes here. You're going to see us every Sunday morning. We're going to be answering your start-sit questions. We're going to have a show on around, I believe it's from 11 to 12. And hopefully you guys check that out. And we're going to try to help you guys win as many championships as we can.
Yeah, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the social media accounts, download the U Stadium app. Again, the draft kit, it's beautiful. It's easy to use. It's got the printable cheat sheets for you, the rankings, the busts, the sleepers. They did such a good job putting that thing together. So make sure you go and get that. There's no better price than free. And that's that they put in the hard work and give you this kit for free. I mean, you're gonna love it. Just share it with your friends, pass it around. Like us, mock as much as you can. Mock as practice. You'll find out where you have to reach for guys. You'll find out where guys are falling. It's just practice. It's reps to get you ready for your draft. So thanks for joining the live. Thanks for subscribing to U Stadium. Thank you to everybody that donated. We can't wait to do it again, and we'll see you soon.